Our vision in Highline is to make sure that we've prepared all kids for college, career, and citizenship. And that college piece is so important, I think, because for young people today to be able to have a chance at the American dream, they've got to be prepared for some kind of post-secondary education after high school. That could be university, it could be community college or a technical school, an apprenticeship program, but it's some sort of additional education once they've graduated.
Harder and harder to believe that we are all moving on to another chapter in our lives.
What a lot of the research is telling us today is that the higher level academic skills and the technical skills that are needed for college are the same kinds of skills that are needed for career. And so we have to make sure that all of our students, whether they're going on to post-secondary or into employment, really are leaving with a high level of academic knowledge, a high level of technical skills, able to use new and emerging technology, able to analyze and problem solve and synthesize and think deeply. Those are the same skills that are needed for young people who are going into the workforce.
I think we have a greater understanding now that traditional school hasn't worked for all students, and some students were left behind. And in the past, those students could find their way. But now we really need all students to graduate from high school and beyond, and to go beyond. And so our resources have to be really carefully aligned with that goal of academic achievement for all.
Today you found joy. This is a huge accomplishment. You're graduating from high school.
All educators and school district personnel are charged with preparing students, and that means all of us need to be working together.
Everyone within our system has an impact on our students, and everyone is important. So if we all understand that and understand our greater vision, then I think that we'll be successful.
I think it starts with really understanding the strengths that we all bring to the table, really listening to one another.
There is a willingness, a genuine willingness to listen to one another and to learn from one another and to gain new perspectives.
You know, when we are continuously improving and we're committed to that and we're doing it in a public way, then we're sitting down together, we're rolling our sleeves up together, we're looking at data together, we're understanding about how I can support you and you can support me, and we're doing all of that work together in service of kids.
What I'd like to hear is what's working with the teachers.
I'm seeing a real shift toward more teacher involvement. We have teachers district-wide who have stepped up and formed collaborative groups to work on many issues and topics. There are a lot of teachers that have been working with the school district on creating a new school-based accountability system. What I like about it is that the teachers really worked hard to learn and improve their skills on the use of data that's been made available to them, and that they now have the freedom to, as a collaborative group, decide what is going to work best for their population, for their schools, and for their students. And I believe that people will find it to be an empowering tool when they learn more about it and are given the time that they need to implement it.
We know we're moving in the right direction if we know very clearly where we're headed and how we're going to measure that. And that's, sometimes called accountability, which for some people they've historically thought that was a bad word, but it's really not. Accountability is to help us really understand, are we moving forward? If our goal is that everyone's successful at math or reading, or that by the time they graduate they can take college-level courses, we need to be able to measure how effective we are at that. And if we're not as effective as we want to be, what can we do about it?
It's really about getting better and using data in a way that helps inform the next steps we should take, how to improve our practice. It's not a gotcha. It's about all of us committed to the same vision, all of us committed to getting better every day.
We have set goals for ourselves and measurements to take a look at our board work and make sure that we are on target. And we also have the same expectations for our superintendent.
Because it's like with the accountability work, to me, one of the things that I'm so excited about that is that it provides a community-wide focus.
So we're going to be visiting all of our schools this next year. Joining me will be our school board president and the president of the Highline Education Association, really talking with the staff out at school about these things and getting some input from them on how collaboration could help them do their work. Highline has some of the hardest working people I've ever had the pleasure to work with. Whether you're a custodian or a bus driver or a teacher or an administrator, these folks work really hard every day on behalf of kids in this community, and they deserve our respect and appreciation, so I want to thank them.
139's the best.
We absolutely can do this. We can prepare all kids for college, career, and citizenship if we do this work together.